Hey, what's up, everyone? Welcome back to another episode of the podcast, Master Random the Podcast. This is my first podcast release since the start of the COVID-19 lockdown here on Guam. And it's been interesting just because I'm so used to bringing people into the studio, inviting people into the studio. I have done online streaming back in the early days of the podcast, but that kind of fell through when I got a place of my own and I was able to bring people over to my place to do these podcasts. And I was very hesitant at first to start doing live streams and stuff because they're just a little different from regular podcasts. There's little added elements to make it to it's what makes it a live stream. So I was very hesitant on going through that route. But just seeing everybody doing it was pretty cool. So there was no way I could stay away from it for long. So I decided that 2 weeks ago, the week before Mother's Day, I decided I was going to do my first live stream over Instagram and YouTube. Previously, when I tried doing live streams, the stream would be all fucked up. So I had strayed away from trying to do live streams, but keeping the video streams. And this video stream ended up being real good. Changed my internet provider and stuff like that. And not to go down a rant on the kind of internet that we get here on Guam, but some services aren't sufficient enough without paying an arm and a leg to get decent upload speeds to stream at a quality rate. So that being said, I had just changed my internet before the COVID-19 pandemic lockdowns, and 4 or 5 weeks later, I decided I was going to do a live stream with Davidior. So this is that live stream, and I hope you enjoy it. It's a little different feel when you're not face to face in the flesh with people, and there's kind of like a lag and stuff like that. It just doesn't feel the same. But I still enjoyed my conversation with Davidior, and he was so open to just do it. I just asked him one time, and he was like, "Hell yeah, let's do it." And it was a fun conversation, and I can't wait to do it again. I think I'm gonna keep doing this every Sunday. So Sunday at 1 p.m. is the day and time that I am aiming for the Master Random live streams. It just seems like the best time. I work during the day on the regular day, and then by the time nighttime comes, it's like tired. You do a workout after working all day, and you just want to eat dinner, I have to take care of Kona and prepare for the next day. And by the time that time comes, it's time to go to sleep and crash out because I'm just beat and burnt and beat up. So yeah, Sundays at 1 p.m. will be the live stream. It should be really fun. I'm going to try and incorporate different stuff to it and make it cool. So I hope you enjoy this conversation with Davidior. He's been on the podcast twice before. Once before we hit 200, and sometime before that. The first time I met him, I went to Koreatown in LA, went to his apartment, sat there, had a recorder out, and we just talked, shot the shit. And then the second time is he actually came and visited Guam last year and visited some family. And now this time he's in LA, isolated and quarantined, and we get to hear that experience. So let me not hold this podcast off any longer and continue to go on a long, treacherous rant. I just want you to enjoy this episode with Davidior. Oh, wait. Stay safe and be healthy. Stay as healthy as you can. Go get some exercise as much as you can. Get some sunlight, vitamin D. There's all kinds of things that are out there. Be careful of the information that you are taking in, and learn to filter the information you're taking in. It'll help you get through this without losing your mind and becoming too focused on the negative aspects of what COVID-19 is bringing us, but give us sort of a positive outlook of how humans can adapt to this and change to it, and how we will come out of this much stronger and more united together. So that being said, enjoy the episode with David Dior. Check it out. Theme music. Oh. Hopefully it's not blasting you. So, the interesting thing about this theme song is that it's good. Yeah. The interesting thing about this theme song is David Dior actually put this together. So this is the new song going into each podcast, produced by David Dior, and he just wanted to do something solid, and I appreciate him for that. And so here, welcome to the podcast, everybody. This is Master Random. I am Buata, and Matt's over here chilling, the producer. But with the live stream, it's a little bit different and a little bit funky. We don't have wires going all over the place, which, is probably a good thing in some ways. But, it kind of turns it into a half man, one man kind of shindig. But in the podcast, Matt's like my crutch, just got to lean on him during the show. And you can't see my arm right now, but I'm like leaning on him every time I crack a joke, and I want to find out if it's if I want to find out if it's funny. I don't know. But okay. Yeah, welcome to the show. This is going to be cool. I'm going to do this every Sunday, just around 1 p.m. and get everything going. And we'll see how many guests I can bring on the show, different kinds of guests, and make it happen. And I plan to do it on IG Live. I want to stream on more platforms. So, but, start off small. A lot of things that you want to do, you want to be able to just start off just small and watch it grow, allow it to evolve and stuff. And yeah, so that's what I want to do with this live stream, even though I feel like it's going to be different. It's going to be different, but that's okay. That's okay. So, looks like the audio's cherry, and we're good to go. There are some things I did want to talk about. So about a week before all the shutdown happened, it kind of blows my mind how we were all hanging out, hugging each other and shaking hands and doing this, and now we're in a place in society where where we can't touch each other, we can't shake each other's hands, we can't give bone, or it's only bones, or elbow nudges or stuff like that. And there's some people you just want to give them hugs because you just can't. You haven't seen them in a while, but you're just like, I just can't. Here's an elbow. So I just feel like that's going to change a lot of things when it comes to doing any societal thing where we get together. And what is this? What does this all mean? And so it's been cool to see that a way that we're getting over this is through streaming, right? You see more people getting on Zoom, and you see people getting using Google Hangouts more, having drinking parties over the phone, and having just conversations with family they haven't seen, or family that lives down the street but they don't want to contaminate them. So yeah, it's cool that streaming is available for us, because I don't know what we would do if this was like 2000 to 2010 when I was going to high school, So we didn't have technology like this just to stream. Yeah, we were streaming. I was actually not streaming games, but I was playing online games and starting in 2000, and it was that's all we had. So it would be less personal, and we're still able to stay personal with everybody, and just watching everybody constantly stream. You see on your page how many people are just going live, right? And when when we're able to still connect with each other and communicate like that, it makes things like quarantine and social isolation just a little bit easier. And not that there aren't other factors that make things hard, but um just to sort of get through these tough times and these weird times. And it kind of gets you thinking, how is this gonna change society? And more importantly, how is this gonna change culture here on Guam? Right? I tweeted something maybe about a month ago, and I'm predicting the death of the Amen. I don't know. No? Like going up to your elders and amening them, and showing your respect. It's gonna go back to the Menini, right? So it's gonna be interesting to see when we start coming out of this. And when we come out of this, at what time do we have to, is everything we have to deal with societal wise, going to be impacted by things that are having to be dealt with economic wise, or, politically. And we're not trying to go there on this show, but it's going to be interesting to see the way things are unfolding. And I just hope that, all of us here on Guam, and, in the States too, but here on Guam, it's a little bit different when we're so isolated. Tourism's down, a lot of stuff's down right now, and just to put the pieces back together is going to be a struggle for everybody. So I just hope that everyone gets through this well and is able to pick themselves off, put themselves back on their feet if they've been knocked down. So yeah, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah. So just kind of thinking about what the future of society holds here on Guam and how we're going to treat each other. You've been going to the stores? Yeah. Whew. Just even going to the store. It's like you see your friend and we're all wearing masks, but it seems weird here. But when we go to Asia and we fly to Asia, everyone's doing it. So like, yeah, wear a mask. But here it's like, man, we're going to the village. We're going to the village Payless. Why do I got to wear masks? And you just kind of have to accept that this is where we are right now. Something's going on in the world, and we're all being affected by it. So we're doing all that we can to sort of get through this. And I'm just glad to see more and more people engaging into the social media streams and keeping themselves busy through uncertain times. So I'm just going to take a drink. But yeah, before I call on to Davidior here, I'm going to get everything set up. All right. Should be getting everything set up. Just going to call him now. Yeah, so Davidior, he's a producer, lives out in LA, from Guam, born and raised. I've had him on the show before, and it's pretty cool to be able to bring him back and in this way, right? And we're it's not ideal, but we can make things happen with technology. Thanks, Vince, dude. Man. Dean, I agree with you that the awkwardness is real. I mean, you really want to be able to be close with the people you're doing. And here we are. So if you're watching on YouTube, you can see Davidior. But if you are watching, oops, there you go. If you're watching on IGTV, go ahead, take a listen. Should be good. Just waiting for him to load in. What's up, bro? How's it going?
What's up, bro?
Can you hear me good?
How are you?
Good.
Yep.
Can you guys hear? Hold on, I'm just gonna check into Instagram here. Can you guys hear the audio from David Dior? Just give a wave or a thumbs up.
Sorry, the fucking sirens are going off.
That's all good. I can't even hear it. I'm just. Is this? Yeah. Okay. So I actually have a.
Can you guys hear me?
Yeah. Can. I'm just making sure everyone on IG can hear you, and I got my QA specialist over here, and okay, here we go. Okay, I got him. Thank you guys. Thank you for the input and bringing him up. Hey, just try saying something.
What's up, bro?
There you go. Good. Okay, I'll just adjust that we go. How's everything going, dude? Looks like you're dropping even more weight from the last time I saw you, dude. You still on the diet and
really?
stuff?
I don't know, man. I haven't gone to the gym in like since this started, so like shit. It's bad right now. It's rough.
How's the lockdown, like I guess treating you? What were you in the process of doing, and what was affected when everything started getting locked down in LA? When did it happen anyways?
When did the lockdown happen? It was such a long ago.
Yeah, here it was like March.
Middle of March or something.
Right.
Middle of March. But honestly, like we were already quarantining like way before that. Just because of like my paranoia. And like,
so you were is it because you were tracking the news already? And
yeah. Just because like I saw how crazy it was in like Korea and China and everywhere else. So we didn't even want to risk it. Because there were like rumors going around that someone in this area had it and all that stuff. So it's just like we just didn't even take any chances. We just stayed home, still doing it too. We just go out once in a while to get groceries or like some food.
Right. Yeah, man. It kind of happened so suddenly too, right? It's when I was tracking it, it got me thinking. I was like, damn, okay, well, there's 500 million people traveling all the time in Asia, right? And how many times did I travel through Asia? Like in November and in January, I traveled to Asia, and I was thinking, I was like, shit, did I somehow get this thing? I mean, it's the uncertainty of like, damn, how long ago has this? And you keep hearing news like, oh, we've known about it since January. Oh, we've known about it since December, since November, since October. It's like, oh no, this is not good.
Yeah, but it seems like you guys are doing it great over there. Like in Guam's, like there's not a lot of there hasn't been any new cases for a while now, right?
Yeah, I think we just had 2 new cases last
from,
night.
Agate, right?
But yeah, and it's on the low side, so which is good. Is you know, I mean, contrary to the estimates that they were making, was 2,000 people were gonna die this month, and it's like, what? I was mind blown. I was like, whoa, that's a terrifying estimate to put out into public. But anyways, I digress from that. But yeah, man, it's been okay, and I think this month they're gonna start looking at trying to open some businesses back up and jumpstart the economy again, because man, it's definitely hurting, right? So
for sure.
So were you working on any projects when you went or right before, and did it, I guess, affect the completion of certain things? And that's sort of what a lot of produce content's going through right now, right? And as far as like releases and getting things done.
I've just been wait, the camera turned off.
No, you're good. I can still see you. Yep.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I've just been like making beats every day. We just recently got a puppy, so it's been crazy just watching her. She's only like 9 weeks old. So we've just been keeping our eye on her.
Those are the best times.
Yeah, but
pissing every 5 minutes.
This one's a handful sometimes, She's like teething and
chewing everything up.
But yeah, I've been working just working on new music, and I actually have been doing like sessions with some of the people that I work with. We've just been working together on like a, what do you call that? Like a video chat app. I think it's called Zoom, And then
Right.
yeah, we've just been working through that, and like we got all our audio connected, so that's how we're collaborating right now online.
Yeah,
Everything online.
from a and I was just mentioning before I got you on, is like everybody's being extra creative in utilizing uh in being online all the time, you know, and streaming more and trying to create different stuff just because they're absolutely bored, but they don't really know that, damn dude, this might be a masterpiece might be putting together, right?
For sure. Yeah, I for sure made some like hard stuff like uh during this whole period, but hopefully I can make more, and it's just hard balancing out everything, and then it's
What's
easy to
the
get burned out,
yeah, what is the new
scrolling.
balance now?
I mean, right now, like this week, I barely worked on music just because of the puppy. We just got her, and she's such a baby still. So like we gotta make sure she doesn't eat anything, or you know. And I've been waking up at like 6 a.m. Take the dog to go like potty and stuff like that, and
Yeah,
then
man.
you know taking a lot of naps.
Puppies at 9 weeks, bro, they probably piss and shit like 5 times a day.
Everywhere,
Yeah, as soon as they're
everywhere.
done
Oh my
drinking,
god.
piss. As soon as they're done eating,
Yeah.
shit. As soon as they're done eating,
Yep.
piss. It's like, dude, get over yourself already.
For real. Yeah, she's teething too, so it's like it can get pretty.
Yeah,
She can get feisty.
it doesn't help. It doesn't help with the
Yeah, it doesn't.
with
I
not
can't
only
wait till she's like old enough so I can take her out on walks and stuff. Right
yeah,
now, she's still too young to go out.
you can't even yeah, she can't even go into grass or anything like that because you're risking parvo.
Yeah,
Yeah, so I
we've been
think
doing a lot of cooking. Making cooking food at home. Uh, Watching a lot of shows. Honestly, like I feel like we watched like everything already. We're running out of stuff to watch.
you need Disney Plus for The Simpsons.
Oh, do you have Disney Plus?
Yeah, man. I mean, I think if you just get a VPN here on for Guam, it's not available for Guam. But if you just get a VPN, then that sort of kind of takes
Oh,
away the whole
yeah.
situation.
Actually, I tried it out for like a month or two because of the new Star Wars and stuff. But it was cool, just like seeing all the movies that we used to watch when we were kids on TV and stuff like that. But like it kind of got old quick for me.
Yeah,
I ended up canceling it.
right.
Yeah,
Did they
it's cool though.
have they already started opening up different establishments in LA yet, or are you guys
Well,
still on
like
complete lockdown?
I think they're like slowly loosening it up. You do see a lot more cars out and about, and like all the essential businesses are open for sure. But like the non-essential, a lot of them are still closed, and like a lot of restaurants are closed too.
Right,
Uh, which is not good. Like option to do takeout. Like Korean barbecue and stuff like that. But
right.
so like those guys are hurting for sure. But yeah, like there's a lot of restaurants that are still like doing well just by like delivery apps and like people picking up their order like outside and stuff like that. So it hasn't been too bad.
Yeah, this is what I predict. I predict that uh people are gonna or restaurants are gonna get smaller and they're gonna be like Japan style restaurants where it's just a kitchen
Yeah,
and a bar and then some chairs and it's mostly takeout and you just have a small amount of a small number of people in that area. I mean in the establishment
yeah,
and
yeah. That'd be great. Like we need it here because like every restaurant, like a lot of restaurants out here, like when you go there, there's like an hour or 2 hour line just to eat. So that could get like frustrating.
yeah, man. Oh, over flooded. Even at that rate, you're still finding, or with the amount of restaurants in LA, you're still finding people having to line up and wait hours just to just to get food.
Yeah, yeah. And like the grocery stores out here, there's like long lines outside, like a queue. But it seems like everyone out here is, for the most part, is doing it pretty well. You know, we don't have to worry about like shit like people like refusing to quarantine like some other states. You know,
Right, right.
I mean, it's a little
Michigan,
crazier
right?
down in
Michigan.
like Huntington Beach and Orange County and stuff like that. But in the city, it's like it's not. It seems like everyone's pretty much like following orders and doing all
Right.
that.
Yeah, man, and the whole mask thing is going to be now a must, right? And I
Yeah,
think I
for
think
sure.
when I was first traveling to Asia, I was always wondering, I was like, damn, why do people wear masks, right? And then this started hitting, and I started doing like more research on different epidemics and pandemics that happened in the past, and it was MERS. It was MERS and
Yeah,
SARS that actually triggered Asian countries to wear masks everywhere you go, and it just became
yeah.
sort of a norm, right? And
Mm-hmm.
just seeing it here, and I'm sure in LA, people, even people with Asian backgrounds, they weren't necessarily wearing masks, right? Because that's not the culture in LA. Yeah,
Yep. Yeah. Like I remember like when we actually started wearing masks pretty early on, and we were getting like crazy looks in the
really.
beginning. Like even at the grocery store, and like if we went to the coffee shop to get some coffee, like we would wear our mask and gloves. Like we were overdoing it, but shit, it's better to be safe than sorry, you
Yeah,
know.
for sure, man. For sure. I was just talking on the podcast before you came on. I was like, man, uh just a week before they started doing doing the lockdown and the shutdown and stuff, they I was like hugging people and shaking their hands and fucking,
Yeah,
like being super fucking friendly. And now it got me thinking. I was like, damn, did we get it? Did we catch it early enough or stop things early enough where I was like hugging people? Was it too late? Right. And then now
yeah,
it's like fist bumping and elbow taps all around, and
yeah. Air high
limiting.
fives.
Yeah, I mean, even limiting the number of people that you come in contact with. I mean, here we're dealing with 100,000 people, but there you're dealing with like millions of people, right? So I
Yeah,
mean, for you can't even like trust, your next door neighbor, because they're coming in contact with a greater amount of people than here on Guam we're coming in contact with. And I think after
yeah,
like a couple weeks of quarantining and isolation, um, we kind of were questioning. We're like, yeah. So what do we do now? It's like we didn't get
yeah,
sick. Is it okay to like at least add people to our list of people that we see? Especially if we know that maybe they're isolating too. And
yeah,
so how you sort of managing that? Is it just you and your lady just in the house all day
yeah,
long, chilling and
yeah. I mean, Clarissa, she has her online classes still, so she has to like still study and do all her classes on Zoom and all that.
right?
And then I do my sessions on Zoom with my homies, and just been I need to start getting back into like working out and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But it's like it's hard. Like I want to go running outside, but man, Koreatown could be sketchy as fuck sometimes. Like there's this app we have out here. It's called I don't know if you've heard of it. It's called Citizen app.
No.
Basically,
Is
it's
it
just
like
like
a radio scanner?
yeah, basically like it's a police scanner, but
Okay,
like
okay. I've heard
it's
of it.
for the public, and they like update it in real time. That app goes off like every other 30 minutes. Like
Really?
a lot of time. Like someone getting stabbed, someone with a gun on a wheelchair, someone holding a bat outside, or like there's a fight outside. It's like crazy
So
outside sometimes.
is this only police chatter, or is it can be self-reported things from people?
It could be self-reported, like so people
Oh,
can put videos online, and people comment and they know the exact location of what's happening where. So like that, like I might have to delete this app. It makes you paranoid. It's just a constant like bad news. I found out that Kobe passed through this app.
really?
That's how crazy. Yeah, like I woke up and I looked at the app, and it said there was a helicopter crash, and they were saying that it was Kobe Bryant, and it was so crazy.
Damn.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it was
dude,
a shock.
it was probably like 5 a.m. and my phone went off, and it was a text from some of these guys I play fantasy football with, and they go, "Oh my
Yeah.
God, Kobe died," and I was like, "What the heck?" So I started going on Twitter, I started checking the news. I was like, "Dude, this has got to be fake," you know? It's like a Adam Sandler hoax and stuff like that. And dude, like it just kept becoming more real by the fucking minute. You know, by the minute it was like real, real, real. I was like, whoa.
And then right after this Corona shit happens, and you know, like I was actually supposed to be home like this month, back home in Guam, and because my little brother, he just graduated high school.
Oh, this year.
His graduation was supposed to be in May, like middle of May.
Damn, dude.
But now that school's canceled, they just did like a graduation, like only the parents come one by one, like you know, like immediate family, and they took a little picture and then they just called it a day.
Yeah, that's
so
horrible.
That was like his graduation now. So it's kind of sad, but you know, he's gonna be coming out here. He's gonna be going to school out here too. So it'll be cool.
Yeah.
Hopefully this thing can like settle down as soon as possible.
Yeah, it's a matter of when, right? And I think it'll always be there. That's what I think. I think that it'll always be there. It's how do we sort of adapt to it now, right? It's here. People have it, you know, and we're gonna grow. Sure. We may grow immunity to it. You know, does cleaning our hands constantly and wiping the protective bacteria off our hands and our face gonna not protect us from fucking getting this shit? Is like that's the thing that I'm afraid of, is like, when do we say when, you know?
Yeah.
And who's to say when, right?
There's no vaccine in sight. It's probably not going to be one for like another year or two. And like, I don't know if herd immunity is going to work in this kind of situation. So we're probably all going to have to go like social distancing for the rest of the year. And I've heard rumors out here, there's going to be no music events out here. Really? Or club events or nothing for the rest of the year. That's what the mayor is saying and the governor. But
not even outdoor.
So I had I got Coachella tickets this year, so I could watch Frank Ocean, you know, like.
Right.
But you know, I had to refund.
I think Rage Against the Machine was supposed to play that one too.
They're saying that's going to be playing in October, but I highly doubt that's going to be going on in October, because you know, the place where they have it in Indio, it's in Palm Springs, so that's where a lot of old people live.
In the desert too, right?
That's like a retirement. Yeah, that's a retirement place. Like, and they're not going to want a bunch of people, like hundreds of thousands of people all over the world coming to for a music festival like that. I already know that's not happening. Like, I know some people are in denial about that shit, but like, I had till May 1st to refund my ticket, and I wasn't gonna lose out on that.
Yeah, for real, dude. I saw a video on Twitter. It was a dude DJing, and it was cars lined up in the crowd, and they were all just beeping their horns like beep 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 beep. Yeah, that's crazy though. I mean, and I'm trying to wonder here is like, for here on Guam, the only thing to really do is to like go to the bars, right, and go to the clubs. Is like, dude, if all that shit's shutting down, and I mean, even if they do open it up,
AC, bro, like you can't go to Micronesian Mall anymore to just kill time.
Nope.
You have to blast the AC in the house, and it's gonna be, your power bill's gonna be like crazy.
Yeah, everything's gonna be affected. It's like, dude, every now and then we're like, okay, how long has the aircon been on? Let's shut that shit off for about like 12 hours, you know. let's fucking suffer. Let's suffer through the 12 hours for a little bit. Yeah, man. But it's like everything's perfect outside, and it's funny because the week that it was happening, it was like, wait, why does it feel like it's condition 1, right? And you're hearing it all over the radio too. Like it feels like a typhoon is coming, right? And it never came, you know. It was like, and we're still having to deal with it, and nothing came. Everything's sort of just flat, you know. And
you know, like one thing I was really disappointed is the UFC 249, like, you know, Khabib and Tony Ferguson.
Yeah, man. Yeah, I'm right there with you, dude. And it's pretty cool though how Dana White's doing everything he can to keep the sport going. You know, it's like
Fight Island.
Yeah.
I was like, damn, they should just do that in Guam. That'd be hard.
We'd be spoiled.
At the hotel ballroom.
Yeah, we'll be spoiled every time with fights. Yeah, man. So, do you find yourself, getting involved with more projects down the line then? Or are you just trying to keep it chill?
I do have some stuff in the works. Doing some more stuff with Khaled again. But everything right now is on pause. It seems like even with like the music industry, people are working like
Right.
through Zoom and all that.
Like even
But
though the concerts are now all canceled for
yeah, there's no
2020.
live events, so like artists can't make no money from touring, and there's no festivals anymore. And I think people are like creating right now though. Like everyone's trying to create a lot of songs and a lot of records. We're all just trying to stay sane right now.
Right, whether it's a small EP or doing constant live streams and stuff like that. Do you have any plans to just at least produce live, or are you still, just
I was actually looking into it. I just need to get a camera because like the webcam on my camera it doesn't work right now. But I was looking into it. Maybe in the future.
it might be necessary. Maybe even do like a small course, like basic course
Oh
put
man,
together.
I'm not that. I'm not like I'm not that professional. Say hi.
Oh man, look at that Frenchie.
Say hi.
Man, Frenchies are actually
Her
really
name
beautiful
is
dogs.
Toasty.
Toasty, you look a little toasty.
Yeah.
9 weeks,
Yeah,
definitely
she's a baby still.
a pisser.
Biting everything, man. Biting my toes and shit.
Yeah, what was the decision to get a dog? That's a real big it's a real big
Yeah,
commitment, especially during these times where it's like you gotta limit yourself outside, limit your time outside. It was just sort of like a next step in the relationship, or
we're just we've actually been planning it for a long time now. We've always wanted to have one little dog in our house, in our apartment. Just someone. We always thought it would have been nice to have one, and yeah, it just happened. So we were super happy about it.
you
She's, like,
ever
really cute.
do you have you ever had an inside dog before that you had to take care of?
When I was younger,
Right.
but for like the most part, no.
Where it was but was it mostly you taking care of the inside dog or someone else taking care of the inside dog?
No, you know how like in Guam, like my grandpa had a dog, but like he had that dog out in the yard, like just out in the hot sun, was never allowed to come in.
Right.
Yeah.
Got sunburn everywhere.
So I would really, yeah.
Yeah, man. I mean, if there's one thing, so I've had my dog 14 years. So now all he does is sleep. Like he went from super active to just like he's just a sleeper. That's it. Nothing.
Oh, man,
nothing
I can't
else.
wait for that to happen.
Yeah, dude. They'll take 14 years. And he still has like little spurts of him like being able to like do a sprint for like 2 seconds, like and then all right, that's all I got in me. The bones are hurting, everything's hurting. So but yeah, man, one thing I recommend for at least taking care of a puppy is like time. And I mean, it sounds like that's all you got, or like right now is like just time to spend with her and train her and nurture her. Like, dude, I never realized how much attention dogs need.
Yeah,
like, dude,
they really do. Like, they really do need all your attention. Crazy.
Yeah, man,
especially like the younger they are.
Even up to now, they're still. My dog is just still so needy, bro. And it's like, damn, dude. It's like, when are you gonna take care of yourself?
Start paying rent.
Yeah. And come home, all you're doing is sleeping. What the hell are you doing? Huh? Come in, I have to feed you. You know what I mean?
Yeah, bro.
Yeah.
How's it been going for you and your family and everyone out there?
Good, man. When it first happened, everyone that I know it's like, how do we, are we supposed to take this seriously? And then you kind of read the news and you're taking in all this information and you're like, well, shit, maybe we should start like panicking. So, you start preparing. Some people are buying, like copious amounts of product at the grocery store, right? And just
Oh
kind of
yeah.
like panic buying. And I don't know what the deal was with toilet paper though, so I say, like, wash your
Yeah.
ass,
Man,
so
I couldn't find paper towels for like 2 months. We just recently got it, like last
really,
week. It was like they're still like sold out at Costco. And
so
it's just
people
like
are
it's so like I
still
finally found
buying it
one at a
out.
Walgreens nearby.
So people are still just
Like you
buying out toilet
Yeah,
paper and
it's
paper towel.
weird. I don't know why they're buying so much. Like I think the toilet paper kind of died down, but like a lot of the other cleaning products is to find still.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know, man. It's maybe it'll be a conspiracy thing in like 2025. Someone's gonna do research like, why was the paper towel industry? How did they manipulate the
Yeah,
market?
man. Yeah, there's gonna be like a Netflix documentary on it for
Right,
sure.
right. The toilet paper conspiracy. Yeah,
Give
man.
them like a year or two.
Yeah, dude. So I mean, we didn't really like buy into the panic buying and stuff like that. We just
Hmm.
sort of like, okay, let's just get what we need for like a week, and then play it by ear because,
Yeah,
dude, this ain't like a typhoon where this shit's coming. It's like we're literally a day away from a typhoon, right? It's like,
yeah,
okay, go to the store,
yeah,
gas the cars, do everything,
yeah,
make sure the tanks are filled, whatever. And now but this one, it was like, well, okay, take it serious, don't take it serious, buy stuff, buy what we need, and we're like at the only one at the store like buying ice cream and shit, it's like
yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, I'm guilty of that too.
And
We're like
fucking
grabbing like
everyone's buying like
cereal
$300
and
worth of shit,
a
dude.
bunch of ice cream and getting all these snacks.
Yeah, and I was like, well, I grew up in the '90s, and this was necessities, like Pop Tarts
Yeah,
and shit,
for sure. Yeah,
So it's it, it's been a trial, we're watching the government sort of like try and handle things and keep the people at ease without causing so much of a upheaval of and people, civil unrest basically. And if it goes on any
yeah,
longer, people will start getting desperate. And so I've
yeah.
been fortunate, and my family's been fortunate to be working during this time. We're not essential like
Hmm.
frontliners, and but we still have been given the opportunity to still do our job and do work every day since
Right.
the quarantine isolation thing started. So when it first started, we're like, okay, me and my lady were like, okay, let's just not see each other for 2 weeks, and or not see each other, but see our friends and stuff, even our neighbors, our next door neighbors who we spend almost every
Yeah.
fucking day with, and like let's
Right.
just not see them for a couple weeks and see how things play out. And then
Right.
as weeks been going by, we're like, okay, well, um, let's add, we might as well hang out. We see each other all the time, and so
Yeah.
it's at least with everyone in our apartment. And then I know if people are watching this, they're like, dude, these guys aren't even social isolating. I might be incriminating myself right now.
Nah, you're fine. I'm sure everyone feels the same way. Like like
Oh,
it has been a while now. Like, man, it's already May. Oh my God.
yeah. I mean, I can count the amount of people that I see on my hands, and maybe like a few toes, but
Yeah,
it's in we still feel good, and we exercise every day, and we've been given the
that's good.
opportunity to at least go outside. And here in Agana, dude, it's everything's flat. So if you want to run, you can run. If you want to go and do something else, you can go do something else and do exercise. So we at least hang out with our
Yeah,
our neighbors. But they're not just our neighbors; they're some of our closest friends. So
yeah,
it's like,
right.
well, we might as well
Yeah,
hang out. Yeah, I don't want to. So, and I'm just curious, and I was mentioning before you came on, was just curious how all this is going to unfold, you know,
yeah,
society wise, culturally. It's going to change a lot of things, and the way we interact with people, um, and how society will function moving forward. I've already told a few people, I was like, I imagine that there's going to be a decontamination section in every house being installed. It's like you walk in and it just goes, it just sprays like air on
like
you.
straight from like a sci-fi movie.
right. It's like blow off all the bad shit, and then it's like, all right, come in, fucking do like a mouth spray, like little alcohol, 90% alcohol. Get a little buzz as you're getting sprayed in the mouth and whatever. Yeah, just shoot
some
this.
Lysol.
Yeah, hey, just shoot this 151 before you come in, huh?
Oh god, man, I haven't had that since like 10 years ago maybe. Yeah, it's been like 10 years since I've had that.
Yeah. I think it was high school, and then I saw someone catch on fire, and I was like, I'm never drinking that ever.
Oh, fuck that.
But yeah, I mean, thankfully, like my family and my friends and those closest to me, we've all been, healthy and safe throughout all this, and
it's all that matters.
Yeah, it's all that matters, and it's and I just want everyone on Guam to get through it. Unfortunately, we've had a few deaths, associated. We can't completely say it was caused by it, but associated with COVID, and it's it's a sad thing to think about, and we don't want that to progress anymore, and we definitely don't want to get to 2,000 deaths in May, right? And that would just be no good. And so I think it's a blessing that we're at this amount of cases, positive cases, and the and it doesn't necessarily mean that government is doing it right. It's the citizens are doing it right.
Yep.
Society is like, hey man, we can buckle up. You don't need to impose shit on us. Just we'll buckle up. We know what's up. We don't want to die. So it's like and I think that's the general consensus of the people, right?
Yeah.
So
hopefully it's like that. It doesn't seem to be like the same out here,
What are you seeing out there?
The southern parts,
Yeah.
Sorry?
What are you seeing out there?
Like not in LA, not in like California, but like if you see like the news, you see like people in Georgia like gathering and protesting.
Yeah. Michigan,
people in Florida,
right?
Mass gathering.
People in Michigan where they stormed the Capitol building, right?
Yeah. What?
Yeah.
Yeah. They're bugging.
Yeah, man. It's.
I wouldn't be surprised if there's like a second and third wave out here.
Yeah, man. It's so funny you bring that up. Because that's what I'm worried about. It's like, okay, we let everybody, we open up everything, and we kind of try and go back to normal. But is going back to normal the right thing to do, right? And it's like maybe not. I mean, I know there's a plan in place. I haven't like listened to the plan or read the plan, but it's like, I'm sure there's a plan in place to slowly open things up. But does it is it going to go back to normal where we can sit in a restaurant or go to the bar and hang out with our friends?
Yeah, I feel that. I feel like it's gonna be a while, just to be realistic.
Right. Even with like going,
if you look at like South Korea, they seem to be handling it really well. People are like going out now, and like stores are starting to reopen again. But everyone's still wearing the masks and stuff like that. So, trying to social distance. Less people inside restaurants.
It's almost like they can go back to normal because they're like, well, we've been doing the mask stuff. Right.
They've been aggressively like testing and tracing it back, like something we haven't been doing out here.
Yeah.
We've been too late on it.
Well, I mean, there's like privacy issues, right? Privacy Act and privacy rights being violated when it comes to right, because in South Korea, right, they got the fastest internet in the world, right? And the fastest cell phone service. And so the way they've been able to at least track it, and even Asian countries, I think Taiwan also.
Yeah, Taiwan also. Yeah.
They had their citizens download an app, and then it kind of gives them a diagnosis, and then you're able to then they're able to track like where you've been and who you've been in contact with, and
Right.
how to like sort of trickle down back to the source. I mean,
Right. Yeah.
I'm sure the
Yeah.
technology.
Even Vietnam, I think.
Vietnam did the
They've
same
all, a
thing.
lot of these Asian countries are handling it really well, surprisingly.
Yeah. I mean, not surprisingly, you would expect that a lot of these
I
Asian
mean,
countries are.
yeah,
They were. I mean, they just seem
surprisingly, as in,
more.
like,
They,
just because there's so much people, how
yeah.
can you control all of them at once? Like all that.
Yeah.
But it seems like everyone's starting to understand how serious this shit is about to be. So.
Yeah. Yeah. And hopefully it doesn't get too crazy. And like I said, it's like when was it really here? I mean, was it here in December? I mean, I was looking online and we have direct flights. We have a one-stop flight from Wuhan to Japan to Guam. That's an active flight, right? So it's like, and if they're saying that's where it's coming from, it's like, okay, well, how many people were flying from Wuhan to Guam even before that, right? Before January, right? So we can at least like get a number of people that maybe have potentially brought it over. I don't know. I'm not an expert at anything. Right. Nothing. I'm not an expert at anything. Anything I'm saying right now and you're listening, I'm not an expert at all. So I'm trying to face this over to. Nope, cannot. I'm trying to face it over to the video here. They haven't booted me off. Sorry, Dave. They haven't booted me off YouTube. Good. So if you want to see Davidior, me talking to him, yeah, just jump on YouTube. They haven't kicked me off. But the IG feed is about to end in about a minute or two. So I'm going to have to end it and then restart the IG stream. And then you can jump back on if you decide you want to listen more and hang out. And if you are here, thanks for hanging out. So, here, hold up. Let me just end this real quick. I'll be back, everybody. Okay. Not with you, brother.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So, how's your family been?
They're just trying to stick it out. They're both on my immediate family's on Guam right now. It's hard because they can't work or anything right now at the moment.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean it's like that for a lot of people right now. So can't really complain about where everyone's feeling the same. It's hard. You have to pay rent and shit like out here too. The rent doesn't go down, and then like
it doesn't go away.
The 1,200 stimulus check doesn't really do anything for people that live out here, especially when like rent prices are so high and cost of living is so high.
That's half the rent, right?
Yeah, and like I can see like people are probably getting frustrated because you see all these big companies getting bailed out. Meanwhile, like people who are like working essential jobs can't even get like paid properly.
Right, paid on time. And it's happening there. It's happening here. It seems like it's happening a little bit of everywhere, and
hopefully they work something out as soon as possible.
Yeah, hopefully this month turns out to be good. Just based off of supposedly they've been doing more testing, and hopefully that based off of the results that we've been getting, at least here, that now we can say, okay, you can open up your establishment, but you can only have this amount of people on it, or that amount of people, this amount of people in at one time, right? And I mean, who's to say only 2 people is going to prevent it, prevent things from happening, right?
Right.
Unless we do the decontamination thing, dude. Unless we do the decontamination thing. That's the...
we got to get on that.
That's the key right there. That's the key. That's the key. That's a new technology. Decontamination room for houses and commercial buildings, blowing away the bad bacteria and viruses. Yeah, I don't know. That'll have to be FDA approved.
Sounds great.
Wow.
Sign me up.
Right? Just to get out. I mean, dude, just to go to the store and wear a mask, man, it's like a hassle, And it's like, for real. I mean, I know it's necessary, but You know, when you live. Look, I just check this out. I just sprayed my hands. You know, just because you just get a
Nice.
you get in the habit of just like keeping your hands clean now. I mean, it's I mean, not that I was like a dirty person and I never washed my hands or anything like that, but
Yeah,
you
you're
know,
just more hyper aware of everything
yeah,
right now.
yeah, man. It's like I got out of the car and I was almost to the store, and it's like when you don't see someone who is walking into the store with the mask, you're like, you're gonna wait, you're gonna go in there? Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
they don't even let you in here if you're not wearing masks.
Yeah,
You
dude.
you can't go inside the grocery store if you're not wearing a mask out here.
Yeah, they've implemented those rules here on Guam, man. But you know, there's some places.
That's
I mean,
good.
it's Guam style too, though. It's like hurry up, you know, hurry up, get what you need and get out of here. You know, it's like you're not supposed to be here. Dude's homeboy's like covering his face like this with his t-shirt, and he's just walking around the store. And I'm like, really? You're not gonna at least like provide him a mask or fucking kick his ass out or have someone buy him something? You know, it's like
Yeah. They need to
yeah.
start giving away masks, you know, make it more accessible for like people who don't have access to that.
Yeah, I mean, but what are we gonna do about the environmental? What are going to be the environmental impacts of having billions of masks? Like, oh, well, in this layer of
Yeah.
trash, you know, we're there was the pandemic of 2020, the COVID-19. As you can see, there is a layer of just masks and gloves for about 10 meters high.
If you go out to the parking lot here, you can see gloves everywhere,
Yeah,
all over the ground.
is that for
People
real?
are littering, man.
Is that for
It's
real?
messed up. Yeah, like
Oh,
if you go to like a grocery parking lot, like there's some people that just throw their gloves on the ground, just like
yeah,
that
that's
kind of stuff annoys me.
yeah, that's not good, dude. And it's
Yeah.
and we don't want our history to be looked upon like that. You know, like
Yeah.
well, here are the cobblestone roads back when in the Roman times, built by during the time of Julius Caesar, and then here is the
2020.
2020. Here is the pile of gloves and masks that we've collected as an artifact from COVID-19, and oh no, we've awakened the beast because it's been in permafrost. Yeah.
Oh man.
But it's just going to the stores and trying to just be normal about it. It makes you I just hate questioning people. You know, I hate questioning whether someone isn't gonna sneeze or like is gonna sneeze, and because now when someone sneezes, the automatic reaction to someone is like, oh shit, you know, or even when they cough,
Yeah.
it's like, oh, did
Yeah.
you cough? It's like, what is that cough? Is that
Yeah.
dry or is it wet? Did phlegm come out? What's going on here?
Yeah. And if you need a cough or sneeze, you're gonna be like
Oh, dude.
trying not to let.
Hell yeah, dude. You're like holding your breath. You're like,
Yeah. Your veins just
fucking,
start coming out.
yeah,
on your
yeah.
neck.
Someone's trying to talk to you, like, oh, peace,
Yeah.
peace, elbow, get out. I gotta get out of here. Get into the car. You're like, oh. It's like, I swear that's a regular cough.
I just have cotton now.
Yeah, it's just cotton mouth. Yeah. I just had too much beer, and everything's just dry. It's mango season, so you know the salt and the Tabasco is just a little bit too much Tabasco, and I breathed in the Tabasco.
Oh man, me too. That's the story of my life, bro.
Yeah. So I mean, I don't mind if we go, you know, like into this new era of society and how we're gonna treat people. I mean, they got through it in the 1920s. Right, you see old pictures of people wearing masks and old pictures of or during the Spanish flu pandemic, and they had to go through the same things. And there were cities that like opened up too early, and they ended up even causing a worse spread, a second wave. You know, and you know, I kind of went on off tangent off that wave topic we were talking about, but you know, we'll get through this. It's adaptability. And thank goodness we're in this age of technology and this age of being able to still communicate with each other and still create content, right? Everything's digital. No longer are things really analog these days.
Yeah. thank God for the internet. You know,
Yeah.
you still get stuff done.
Right.
You can learn. You can learn to do like you can learn a new skill. You know,
Yeah.
you learn
Yeah.
how to
And you see
cook.
people.
You
Yeah.
learn how to stream. You can
Yep.
learn how to
Yep.
game. All that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you're spot on, dude. I mean, you see
Yeah.
people trying out new recipes, like, I never tried this out before, so I'm just gonna try this, or even like streaming. Streaming is like a big step for people to do, and just make happen. That's one of the, and it's pretty hard, man.
Yeah.
To come up with stuff and come up with content to put out and just not care what other people think about it. That's like a tough road to sort of get over. Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
do you
Definitely.
do you think that with the amount of time that that is given now can impede on limiting creativity?
Uh, that's a hard question. Well, you can still communicate with everyone like via online or whatever, but sometimes, like especially when it comes to music, like it's different when you're all in a room together writing a song, or creating something.
Right.
Sometimes you just got to be there, but that's not really an option right now. So we just got to work with what we have, which is the internet is like our best tool right now to communicate and share and like create stuff.
Right, that audio, that energy
Yeah.
flow, right? I mean, it's hard to feel the energy flow through the computer and
Right.
and 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 be creative with each other. And when
Yeah.
you're maximizing your creativity because you're in the house probably putting hours and hours into creativity, it can cause an essential, maybe like a burnout, right?
For sure. For sure.
So I mean,
100%.
and that's
Yeah.
why
It's really easy to get burned out when you're just inside your house all day, just trying to create something.
right.
Yeah.
And
You gotta like get out once in a
when
while.
I was asking you about the balance, right? And you're like, well,
Yeah.
shit, I stopped making shit for like a week,
Yeah.
And then even though it was due to a puppy, it was like underlying, or the silver lining was like it was probably needed, right? Because the amount of work
Yeah.
that is put into the craft, yeah.
Right. Right.
Oh, I mean, even with this podcast, I wanted to, so I changed my internet and I was like I wanted to do, start live, like actually doing live streams from the studio. And then the whole pandemic happened. And then I was like, oh, that kind of changes everything, So,
Yeah.
and I wanted to jump into a live stream right away, but I couldn't get myself to do it right away. I wanted to not do it right, like completely perfect, but I want to at least have a
Right.
plan of what I was going to do. So it's like I spent the last month like sometimes concentrating on it and just thinking and thinking and thinking and thinking and thinking of
Yeah.
what I'm going to do, and then finally this past week I was like, fuck it, let's do it.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Yeah. It's just that first step that you take. It's like it really matters. You just got to do it without thinking. Sometimes overthinking it.
Yeah. So,
Yeah.
I mean, I guess as long as you're just putting in the time where it needs to be put without feeling pressured to overdo it, do trying to put something, right? Because we have so
Right.
much time to do so. I mean, even though I'm working every day, I still I still come home and I'm like, well, shit, I can put time in, or I can just go and exercise and just ignore it, and
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. You just got to find like a good balance. A little bit of everything.
Yeah, you do any meditation in your home time, or just kind of Netflixadation?
Yeah, just Netflix and a lot of YouTube. Listen to some music, chill. Not really much to do right now, just cook a lot. Hopefully I don't get too fat by the end of this quarantine.
Yeah, man. Yeah, I've been fortunate to at least get in some exercise. As I mentioned earlier,
Yeah.
And all the gyms are closed and all the stores are closed.
Man, you
And
have no idea how much I miss the gym right now.
I'm sure there are like thousands and thousands of people who share your sentiment.
Yeah, man, losing all that hard work, all those gains you put in. Jeez, man.
Man, but people get
It's rough.
creative. People are lifting their 5-gallon bottles. If you didn't know,
my brother's doing that right now.
Yeah.
He has like a 24 pack on each side of water bottles to a metal rod, and he's like hitting the squat. It looks hella trap. It's super trap. Like, I'm trying to like get some like pull-up bars and like some more equipment, but like, man, Amazon is not shipping anything right now. Like, it's hard to find anything online. Anyone to deliver, like no one's really delivering anything right now.
Yeah,
especially workout equipment.
Yeah, my sister put some Lysol on hold, and it's like available in like 2 months. It's like,
Yeah. Yeah. I just straight up canceled my Prime account. It wasn't even worth having anymore.
But I mean, but that's all there is though now. I mean, there goes brick and mortar stores and right out the fucking window.
Yep. It's rough.
So you better start that Prime count back up.
Right. Yeah, maybe I should.
Well, yeah, man. I'm glad you're doing good over there and you're staying healthy, and even though the times are like forcing us to stay in and not interact with as much people as we would like to, I'm just glad everything's good out there, even with all the millions of people you have to deal with. Can you count on?
Yeah, same way with you, man.
Yeah, I mean, can you count on your hands how many people you've interacted with in the last month or two?
Yeah. Probably less than 5.
Damn.
Yeah, I mean, unless like grocery store counts or something like that. But besides that, like, no, not really. Just through text or video chat. It's just me and my girl and the puppy, and we're just out here waiting it out.
When do you think, are you gonna wait on the news before you start adding people to your list of people to hang out with, or are you just gonna?
I mean, I feel like it would be the safest once like a vaccine comes out, or like they develop some kind of antibody that helps us like fight this thing. But like at least like the first 2 weeks, I'm gonna be like, nah, you guys can go ahead. I'm gonna wait like 2 weeks at least, see how it turns out for them. And
right.
If it's clear, if the coast is clear.
Right. It's like, oh, everything's open. Yeah, go ahead.
You don't want to go straight to the fucking hair salon right out, on the first day.
And that's what I have a feeling is like people are getting so stir crazy staying in the house and just being at home all the time. I mean, even if you're going to work and coming home, and here on Guam, you just want to go and do something else besides stay home, but everyone's been forced just to stay home, and not because of anything. It's just because they don't want to get sick. And it's like when it does happen, it's like, who's going to be that first guy to be like, well, fuck it, let's do this.
Yeah, that's right, man. It's hard. This is really a test of patience,
Yeah, but everybody. It sounds like you're in it for the long haul.
Yeah, just gotta keep our hopes up,
Yeah.
Be mindful, and not go to like places where there's too many people, because it's starting to happen out here. People are just getting fed up, getting cabin fever.
Right,
they can't help it.
Wait, was it Huntington Beach where there was like a large gathering of people? Like, was it a protest or was it just people going out there?
It was like a protest because they closed down the beaches, so they were mad they couldn't go to the beach.
Oh Lord.
Yeah.
Oh Lordy.
That's rough.
Yeah, careful out there, man. Huntington Beach ain't that far from you either, yeah?
Yeah, it's
maybe like an hour?
Hour drive, maybe. Yeah, hour drive.
Damn, dude, my California time is still good. Here we go.
Yeah, man. especially right now, like you don't even need to count for traffic. There's no traffic anywhere.
Yeah.
It's really weird seeing the 405 all empty.
Yeah, have you been seeing
Never seen anything like it before.
all those pictures of like cities, and it's like a cityscape, but now it's like super clear. There's no pollution anywhere, no smog. Yeah, I think they said
you see the mountains out here. It's crazy.
Yeah, they were saying
the sky's really cleared up.
For the first time in a long time, I guess since the advent of cars, like you can see across the basin in LA, right?
Yeah, yep. That's the one. That's like the good thing that really came out of this. You know, like people are realizing how we're really like screwing ourselves over. You know, we need something needs to be done, like with like our automobile industry and how we use like gas. How much is gas in Guam, by the way?
Gas in Guam right now, did we hit 297? We hit 297.
Oh, that's crazy.
Yeah, but it don't help because I don't drive anywhere. So
yeah, that's true. You know, you gotta just start hoarding gas.
Yeah. I mean, the furthest village I've driven is Sinohanya in the last like 3 weeks. You know, and that's less than a mile, or maybe like a mile away. You know, so yeah, it's super cheap.
I had a full tank for like a month straight. It's crazy.
Yeah, and there's places in the United States where gas is actually 90. Yeah, like 90 cents, 93 cents. I want to say like in Texas.
That's ridiculous.
Dude, it's ridiculous, man. It's ridiculous. God. So I mean, it's it would be nice if that's how going on when, you know, I'm actually like driving all the time, but I'm not actually driving all the time. It's like I've been gassing once every month and a half. Well, I probably gassed once since this thing started. So yeah, once every month and a half.
Me too.
But yeah, man. I'm moving forward from like for like doing this stream and like trying to continue the podcast and stuff. That's
great, man.
I wanted to do it. I wanted to do it right, but I wanted to also like keep having reasons to do it and keep it going. So I just want to thank you for, you know, jumping on.
Of course,
anytime, you know, you didn't even fucking hesitate when I texted you, and I let everyone know that the theme song for the podcast, or the theme music, is actually produced by Davidior. So I mean, it's a killer beat, and it's okay. So I'm gonna be honest with you here, right? I really liked it. Like when I first heard it, I was like, damn, this is badass. I wonder what else he has. So when I messaged you, I said, you know, I was like, hey, dude, you know, it's badass. You got anything else? And when I read it back, I was like, damn, this kind of sounds like dickish. It's like, what?
Nah.
It's like, what? You want more shit? You know, I was like, oh man. So I was like, no, I don't want to. I don't want you to have to like send me like a whole list, and then I'm even more indecisive. I felt like because it hit the heartstrings, you know, and I was like, damn, dude, this is like perfect. You know, it's a perfect vibe for the podcast, and I was just like, fuck it, let's do it. I'm gonna run with this. And dude, forget what I asked because it sounded crazy when I looked into the text. I was like, man, this sounds kind of fucked up, dude.
If you work in music, you gotta learn how to have thick skin. You know, like you can't get bothered by something so like small like that. You know, like people are gonna like want something a certain way. You know, like, and that's our job to like, you know, cater towards that.
For sure, man. I appreciate that, dude. Yeah, I mean, of course, man. I guess it's just the nice guy in me. I was like, oh man, like I hope I didn't offend him. You know, I was like,
not at all.
He threw me a sick beat, and I'm asking for more beats.
I got you. I'll send some more.
Yeah, dude. Whenever. So I mean, the next time we're gonna do like a change with the podcast, and you know, I'll hit you up. And anytime you want to, just like, if you're like, look, can you throw this on, or you want to feature this shit, dude, I'm all for it, bro. I'm all for it. That. It can be beats solely produced by Davidior on the Master Random podcast.
Sick. Yeah. That'd be great.
So,
great.
But yeah, thank you, dude. Thank you for being the first go at this live stream. I didn't really know how all this was gonna go, and if people were gonna watch, or if we were gonna who I was gonna talk to, or what I was gonna talk about. I just kind of went with it, and I'm glad I did.
That's the best way.
I did.
Don't overthink it. Just fuck it and just Put your
Yeah.
shit out there.
Yeah. I
Whether
think I was
people watch it or not.
for sure.
Don't even let that bother you.
For sure, dude. And I was watching a Jason Mraz live stream, and it was his first episode, and he's like, well, I don't know what I'm doing. And I'm like, oh, perfect. Yeah. Everybody's got to do it. You know? So I mean,
Yep.
I was supposed to have one of my friends on, and things kind of fell through. Maybe I can work things out, you know, after we're done here,
Mhm.
and
Sure.
and get him on, or we're gonna have to wait till next week, RJ, if you're listening or watching. So, but yeah, thank you for not hesitating, dude, to want to come on the show, bro.
Of course. Anytime, man.
So you guys take care out there. You know, give Clarissa my regards, and I hope
Will do.
I hope you're good, dude, and stay safe, stay healthy, and we'll talk soon. You know, and hopefully when all this dies down, we can actually like get you in the studio and stuff. So, you know.
Yeah, that'd be great. You guys stay safe out there too, man. Hopefully we can fight this thing through and, you know, see each other after this post-COVID.
Post-COVID. Yeah. And hopefully it's less than a year from now, right? So, yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
Thanks
all
for
right.
having me, man.
Thanks, brother. Everyone, David Dior. Thank you for joining me on the call and on Instagram Live. So, yep. Shoot, bro.
Later, brother. Thanks for having me, dog.
Yep. Hell yeah. All right. All right. There we go. There we go. RJ, I see you here, bro. Yeah, dude. You know, I was messaging you, so I didn't know if you were getting my messages or whatnot, but you know what? Let's make it happen. You want to shoot for next week? How long have we been going here, Matt? A little bit over an hour here, and you know, it was cool. It was cool to finally do this, and things worked out a lot, and we're going to hold up. Put that on. Boom. There you go. So yeah, so if you joined the live stream, thank you for joining. This was fun. This was a lot of fun. Or hey, dude, how about let's do later this week, maybe Monday, Tuesday night. We can set it up. What do you think, man? It's pretty funny talking to chats. So RJ, if you're good with like tomorrow or Tuesday, let's do this, dude. Sorry it didn't work out today. I thought you were busy, so maybe we'll I was trying to get more, you know, trying to gauge how long I'm going to do these podcasts and stuff like that. And what's up, Amit? Hope everything's going well with Stroll and everything's unfolding, you know. And I feel like this is a good time for people to utilize delivery services and the services that Stroll Guam makes available to everyone. So yeah. Let me see if I can do this. The problem is that no one's gonna see it on the YouTube stream. So RJ, let's save it for tomorrow. I was planning on having you after Dave, but yeah, shit, we got podcast worth conversation there, Maddie B. In case you forgot, Maddie B was here. Maddie B is here, just hiding in the corner, you know, just being quiet and silent, moving in silence. Matt's the kind of guy that moves in silence. So yeah, if you're joining the live stream, thank you for joining. This was a lot of fun. David Dior, he is a producer. He lives out in LA, originally from Guam, and we've created this relationship over the podcast, and like a lot of relationships, you know, that I've been fortunate enough to create over this podcast. He's just such a good guy, and it's cool that, you know, I hit him up and he didn't even hesitate to want to come onto the show. So yeah, I gotta get a haircut soon. and I hope everybody is staying safe out there, and just keep doing what you're doing. Try out those new things that you wanted to do, that you've been preventing yourself from doing or trying out. This is all we have is time, and maybe if there's something that this whole pandemic can teach us is that time is valuable, and we kind of forget how valuable our time is in our everyday lives, because it's so busy with the things that we're doing all the time. So yeah, just take care of yourself, take care of each other, take care of the people closest to you. Do everything you can to be healthy. Take your vitamins. And my stream went on pause because apparently my stream doesn't know how to do not disturb calls. David, thank you, my bro. I appreciate that, dude. And we'll do it again. And hopefully it's not. Hopefully it's not when we're still in COVID time and we can actually bring you into the studio when you're here on island. Yeah, dude. I wanted to talk about everything, everybody who's affected by it. And we're all affected. And don't give up hope. There's hope. There's hope in the world. There's still hope, and just keep on keeping on. So I'm gonna start rambling. I'm gonna start saying stuff. Podcast is ended and everything, so I'm just gonna end the stream on YouTube. Thank you if you're watching on YouTube. That was fun. I'm glad it didn't get kicked off. So I'm kind of wondering why it got kicked off. So I'm gonna end the stream here on YouTube. If you're watching there, and maybe I'll stay on for another 10 minutes here and talk to everyone. And we're trying to make this live stream work every Sunday, and maybe we'll do it more throughout the week. In the evenings, I work during the day, so I can't really do podcasts in the afternoon. And I'm sure people that are working, I want you to be able to watch and stuff like that. So I'll choose the times in the weekday, but on the weekends I'm definitely gonna stream every Sunday. This is gonna be my shit at 1 p.m. every Sunday, and I hope you join me and you invite people to come and join the live stream. It's gonna be like this for a bit with having just me, but there's ways to get around it, and I'm going to work on that even more, right? So until next time, I'll see you later. So thank you very much, and peace out. Hey guys, thanks so much for listening to this episode of the podcast, the live stream with David Dior. I hope to keep on doing this more and more consistently. So we'll see how this goes, and I hope everything turns out well. I always have internet problems, computer problems, so just getting over the tech aspect of it, and as long as it can do that, especially just from the home and what we got, that's the only thing stopping. So thank you so much for listening. Thank you for continuing to support the podcast. The best way you can support without giving any money is rating and reviewing the podcast on Apple Podcasts, or just streaming it on Spotify or anywhere you listen to your favorite podcast. So that being said, thank you so much, and later.